47 machine.
And in the 01 from Brookfield, Adam Norton.
Then it's Eddie Spires, the 48. Tyler Hines, the number 94, and Sean Foster, the TSI Harley machine. Ladies in attendance, mothers, we salute you for Mother's Day. Ask you to all to please rise, ladies, as we salute you. Here are the ladies. Happy Mother's Day on Sunday. Everybody up. Moms, we couldn't do it without you. God bless you and love you, and have a great Mother's Day Sunday. From the SK Modifieds, Team Stafford, and everybody here, we welcome you to the show.
So our mothers are in the spotlight, and we thank everybody for cheering our moms. They are a big part of what we do every Friday night at Stafford Speedway.
Tim Bennett on the starter stand. Cam Robinson looking him over. Bobby Fox, the guy with the toughest job in the house. He's at Race Central. Ladies and gentlemen, they head into turn number 3. Todd Owen and Tommy Bowles, two fierce veteran competitors. Here's Matt Buckler as we're about to go green for the SK Modified Stafford style.
Two old school competitors, Todd Owen and Tommy Bowles, going hip to hip and getting the jump. Todd Owen, turn number 1. Owen is in command.
Todd Owen wastes no time at all, but Bowles slips up the racetrack. Bonsignor is waiting in the wings, car 21, but it's Bowles to lead him to the bottom of turn 3. Owen takes it in deeper than most. Todd Owen rim rides off turn 4. They are side by side and wheel to wheel at the line.
Jeffels Bonsignor is in the picture in car number 21 as he shuffles down low. Tommy Bowles showing some life on the outside, trying to torpedo his way underneath Bowles. Ted Christopher is also showing some power, and Todd Owen, trouble in the middle of the turn.
Jervis spins like a top as Owen takes advantage of things as the leader of the pack. Two cars spun to the bottom of the racetrack. Car number 2, and it looks like the 2 and the 22 will bring out the caution as Todd Owen took over the lead. Bonsignor told me also earlier in the paddock area, as a champion on the Modified Race Series and a front runner on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, he said, I never thought it was going to be this difficult in the SK Modifieds. He says, these guys are real racers, and up on the wheel, there's only 40 laps to get the job done. And he said, I'm not used to that yet. Get ready. Here they come. On turn number 4, the green is out, and Owen, like a rocket, in command. But here comes Bowles, and Bowles takes back the lead match.
And Eric Burt is heard from in car number 66, challenging Owen for second. Also in the middle of the action is Justin Bonsignor, and perched outside is Ryan Preece.
So Tasha Bowles, like days of old, is in command, and look at Eric Burt, the Bulldog, and there's Ryan Preece. Fastest car in the racetrack. Car 6, look at Owen. Todd Owen, bottom shot, move, going, gone. Owen is the leader.
Tommy, well, he looked like he was fired out of an M16. Up by Bowles, down to the outside of Bowles, Eric Burt. When Burt is at his best, he runs that outside groove as well as anybody does. He is using that power to try to avalanche his way around the 6 of Bowles and go to the line. And second place still belongs to Bowles.
No question about it. Behind him is a gaggle of cars that include some of the top drivers in the country. Preece, Bonsignor, Christopher, Rocco, Woody Pitcat, and company. Cipriano is in the mix as well. But the leader, the chase car at the point, is Todd Owen, and he's starting to string it out. Owen just turned the fastest lap of 6. 7:33. Todd Owen is a rocket at the point. 5 cars contending for second, and Burt has snuck into second, but look at Bowles, Matt.
Bowles with a lunge as he protects his inside position. Eric Chris able to clear the 76. He might be getting a helping hand from Ryan Preece, who is behind him, trying to propel the 66 past Tommy Bowles. Here comes Burt into the corner. Can he clear the 70 deeper car? Not yet.
He is trying everything as they work their way off. They are doubled
Burnt
up.
hits the wall.
He does. Gathers it back, though. Doesn't seem to slow him a bit. Eric Burt, the Bulldog, is now up to... Here comes Priest. Car number 6 moves in to take over the 3rd spot. Kid Rock, Keith Rocco, goes to the outside. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. They can turn.
Boy, Rocco went far to the outside to get away from Tommy Bowles. He has inserted himself in the 4th. Here comes Ted Christopher battling with Bowles, and Ted Christopher has a 5 car.
He sure does. Rowan Pennock is involved in the mix-up. Michael Christopher goes around, and that's going to bring out the caution. So,
second yellow lap 9. What hectic, hair-raising activity.
Sure is, as Michael Christopher will bring out the
registration 140 UTA. 140. U is in United, T is in Torpedo, and A as in Avalanche. If that is your white Dodge minivan, please move it, because there are people who want to get out, and that car is impeding them.
9 laps.
Nobody has been impeding Todd Owen so far.
That's
he
right.
has been outstanding for the first 9 laps.
9 of 40 circuits into the record books. Todd Owen is not only hungry, he has worked for this. Sizzler weekend, had to replace the front clip of the race car. Last weekend, wasn't quite there. Tonight, a new day and a new deal. Owen gets off the turn, a little extra giddy up, and still sets the pace. Look at Burt working his magic in the outside lane, and Ryan Priest taps Owen on the back bumper. Here comes Keith Rocco. 4 cars, and then a swarm of cars off the turn. Bowles is antsy-mapped.
He is in John Deere country outside of the front straightaway. Turns it around on the safety road. Here is Keith Rocco down on the inside of Ryan Priest. And it is Eric Burt on the outside of Owen. Owen on the inside, Burt on the outside, yellow on the racetrack.
Caution flag comes out just when things were getting heated up. And Tommy Bowles slid down through Tova, is involved in that one as well.
Josh Butova enjoyed radical pit strategy.
So 3 cautions so far in 10 circuits. Tommy Bowles led lap number 1. Then on lap 2, Todd Owen took the lead. Bowles took it back on 3. Owen led 4 through 9. And on the 10th circuit, it was Eric Burt. Let's go down to Connor on pit road.
Well, they brought the 59 of Ronnie Williams in, running tight up there. They're trying to loosen him up with a chassis adjustment. So we'll see how that works for Ronnie Williams.
And Michael Jarvis and Tommy Bowles are both driving through pit road. And Jarvis has had a very frustrating start in this race.
Now, so far, on all the last 3 cautions, we have seen Todd Owen start the event on the inside mat, and now he's going to be in the outside lane. Row number 2, big guns. Also, Ryan Priest and Keith Rocco.
Now, we haven't seen Eric Burt on the inside very often in the last couple of weeks, so let's see how he does against tenacious Todd.
Don't count out Rowan Pennock. He's back there in row number 3. And they almost touch down the front. Oh, Sparks! Down to the bottom.
So Rowan Pennock is in 6th, and Ronnie Williams will be restarting in 11th.
Here we go. Time to try it all over again. Ted Christopher and Rowan Pennock making up that 3rd row. Bonsignor and Glenn Reen. All of those drivers, stars of the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour with Woody Pitcat. See what's going to happen. Lights are off. Pace car dives down. Here's Matt Buckler as we're about ready to go to green.
Eric Burt, the Bulldog on the inside against Todd Owen. They boogie their way across the line. What a start for Owen. Might be getting a helping hand from Keith Rocco behind him, but it's Eric Burt who is leading by about a mile. Owen over Burt. Here comes Ryan Priest.
No question about it. They're side by side, pulled up all the way back to the bottom of the top 15. That's how close and competitive the SK Modified action is. Meanwhile, Burnt is still the leader of the pack. Owen now and back. Priest are side by side like two cymbals in an orchestra. They go down the back straightaway. Here comes the 88 of Rocco to chime in on the excitement there. Owen pushed up the hill. Here comes Rocco into the third spot.
And now a lane change by Ted Christopher, trying to jackrabbit his way underneath Owen. The move did not work, and Todd Owen holds on to fourth. That car looking a little wobbly, and here comes Christopher.
Down up front, back up front. It is Priest to take over the lead. Ryan Priest out in command. Meanwhile, Burnt settles back into second. Christopher with Bonsignor and Owen are side by side. Here comes Rowan Panic. He's going to be a factor as well. Tap to the bumper. Owen gives a shot to Ted Christopher. Back up front. Rocco moves into second, Matt.
Boy, Christopher's back bumper was getting pelted for Senor, but we have a battle between Rocco and Burnt. So Kid Rock in second, going after Ryan Priest. Ryan looking for his first win. Everybody was saying, what is wrong with Ryan Priest? He is looking strong tonight.
He certainly is, but Keith Rocco is just as strong. He currently sets in second. Now, a little further back, Glenn Reen has just out Rowan Penick. Reen has moved into the bottom of the top 7. Trouble now. Rocco now. Oh, we've got problems off the turn. Adam Norton hits at a ton.
That looks like a tea kettle underneath the lead.
Well, you're absolutely called it correctly. There was some contact, and there was some air. They're also concerned about the toe on the front, but they're going to just put the wheel back on and see if they get him back out. But there was contact with the car, and he started to lose air in the left front tire. So he pieces up and down, jumps, and get me out of here, and down and away.
Car number 6 started 10th in the original lineup. In 15 laps, he went to the lead. Right now, he's going to come out on the racetrack, and he will be back in the 20th spot.
And Keith Rocco inherits the lead, and he gets a jump on Eric Burnt.
Teddy Christopher still there. Bonsignor is there.
Look at the Bulldog.
Back in command. And look at Glenn Reen making presence known. Eric Burnt is on top of his game. He brought the A game here tonight, Matt. He is the leader again in turn 2.
Well, he was on the outside groove, and he just jet streamed his way around Keith Rocco. We go into turn number 3. That's where Rocco loves to pass, but he can't get by Burnt that time. He's going to try it again in turn 4.
Bonsignor is right there in the outside lane. Here comes Glenn Reen. Ted Christopher trying to guard the bottom, and then it looks like Cipriano back to the front, Matt.
Rocco has him set up, and he roller coasters his way into the lead. Keith Rocco is in front, and he is going to keep it at the line.
Bonsignor tries to work his magic that he just witnessed Rocco do, and Bonsignor has now moved into second. Burnt has to settle back into the 3rd spot.
Boy, Christopher getting knocked around from behind by Glenn Reen, who is very aggressive. Also on the outside of him is Dan Avery, as he and Reed are battling for the number 5 position.
No question. Glenn Reen still working his magic on the bottom. Here comes Ted Christopher. Christopher is sideways. Teddy Christopher goes down and mows the grass, comes back out, and we're still under green. Half event is now over. Rocco leads Bonsignor. Burnt is in 3rd. Avery, Glenn Reen, and then it is Cipriano. And Woody Pitcat has now emerged with Galco and Rowan Penick.
And right behind them is Ronnie Williams. So Williams trying to make a resurgence. Trying to take the lead away from Rocco is Bonsignor. Turn number 3 works for Rocco. It did not work that time for Bonsignor, but turn 4, however, might be the magic. Here comes Bonsignor to take the lead from Rocco on lap 22.
Bottom shot move. Justin Bonsignor, the new leader of the event, 22 laps in. Has to settle back into second. Red cars rage at the front of the field. Bonsignor is now the leader. Back to the stripe. Burnt still hanging around the top 3. Glenn Fine ducks out of line. Reen to the bottom. Here comes Cipriano. We haven't talked much about him, Matt. And Ronnie Williams is also coming back to the front of this field.
Glenn Reed used to be a big fan of Dan Avery when Avery ran at Riverside Park, and now Reed trying to scoot underneath the 10 car and move into fourth. He is on the verge of doing that. Justin Bonsignor leading an SK Modified race for the first time in his career. He got the lead from Rock 15 laps to go when they hit the line, and Bonsignor facing another challenge as they go into turn 2.
Look at Cipriano now. Pulling down low, back up front, Rocco all over the back bumper. Gives him a tap, no love affair there as they come off the turn.
Reed going underneath Burt. This is a fight for third. Burt is able to hold him off for the time being. Cipriano has gotten by Avery.
Glenn Reed moves into the third spot. Here comes Keith Rocco, bold move to the bottom. Turn 3 is magic for Rocco. Bonsignor to his back bumper, 27 circuit.
Boy, that swoosh was heard all over Connecticut as Rocco got the lead in turn 3 against Bonsignor. Glenn Reed in third. Battle for fourth and fifth. Here comes Bonsignor. But enough. Let's see if he tries it again in turn number 4. He is going to have to be patient. 12 laps to go.
12 circuits remaining. Rowan Pennick now comes to life. Pennick now moves in, and Pennick will tear up the 6th spot. Matt Galco is looking racy with car number 3 back up front. When they come to the line this time, Matt, 10 to go.
And the question is, will Justin Bonsignor make one more move against Rocco? A little deeper in the field, Eric Burt having a great run, holding off Cipriano. Here comes Pennick underneath the 84 car. Pennick has power, he has authority, but he does not have the spot. Cipriano is able to hold him off.
Dogfight battle side by side. Now Pennick shakes him off. Rowan Pennick is up to the top 5. Back up front, Bonsignor. Remember, he took the lead when he had it with a move off turn 4.
Well, Pennick might be the fastest bullet in the holster right now as he gets underneath Eric Burt. He is in 4th place. In 3rd is Reed, who has the fastest last race, but Rocco doing everything he can to hold off Justin Bonsignor.
Glenn Reed just turned a 19.105. That is almost good enough to qualify for a Whelen Modified Tour event here at Stafford. He is flying in the 3rd spot. Pennick is up to the 4th position. Burt is back in 5. Cipriano for 6th. Leader. And Priest still struggling at the rear of the field with mechanical woes. The story of that situation there. Glenn Reed is reeling them in. Believe it or not, Matt, Glenn Reed is going to be a factor in this in about 2 or 3 circuits. He has closed up that gap impressively. Still the fastest car on the racetrack.
He has enough time to narrow the gap. So does Justin Bonsignor. He is getting close. Turn 3 is when the drivers like to make it happen. Bonsignor will wait, but he can't wait much longer because he also has to worry about the presence of Glenn Reed.
Sure does, as he continues to reel in. Out in front, Keith Rocco, less than 5. It's all going to be history. Trouble now.
We have Matt Galco in turn 1 and 2. So Galco with the yellow out, and this changes the whole race. Good news for Priest.
Of course, Justin Bonsignor had it for a while. Get ready. Priest is back on pit road with 5 circuits remaining.
Now remember, Glenn Reed has not had the lead tonight, but he has the fastest lap, 19.05.
That's a good lap.
So he is a factor, and this is going to be very interesting, this restart between Rocco and Bonsignor, and also keep an eye on Reed and Pennick.
They come to the stripe.
Dead even.
Down to turn 1. Rocco with the advantage. Here comes Glenn Reed. Watch Reed come off the turn. Bonsignor.
Car on the grass in turn 2. That is Tyler Hines.
Oh, Glenn Reed's car. A little bit loose.
And that bogs Pennock behind him.
It sure does.
So let's see what Bonsignor can go.
Trouble now. Look at Rowan Pennock as Glenn Reen slipped up the racetrack. And look at Ronnie Williams, Matt. Williams is among the top 6 cars.
He had to come from the rear to the field. He pitted on lap 10. Bonsignor within striking distance. He goes high to get momentum. Turn number 3 is where it usually happens. Here comes Bonsignor as he tries to bullet his way underneath Rocco, and Rocco says no.
No question, he will say no. As the caution flag comes out, Michael Christopher spins in almost the exact same spot he spun earlier in this event. Number 2 changed the entire.
So we have, you look at the front top 3 rows, any of those 6 drivers can get to the front in the final 3 laps, and they're probably more than that, but everyone in the top 6 has a chance for this victory.
Sure does, and let's see what will happen there. Cipriano and Williams, 2 of the young guns in this division, holding out with the big dogs among the top 6. No surprises there. Christopher trying to get back into the thick of things after an earlier jingle off turn number 4. Lights are off. Matt, get ready, because we're in for 3 intense laps of flat-out racing SK style.
There's no room for error as they come off the 4th corner. Rocco with the advantage. Might have got a little shove for Pennock.
Pennock puts the nose of that 99 on the back bumper of Rocco. Bonsignor is stuck in the outside lane. Cipriano is up into the mix as well. Off the turn, back to the stripe. Popsicle sticks are up. 1 mile left. Rocco trying everything to hold off the aggression of 6 cars in a pack, and then it's and doubled up with Burns.
Let's see what Pennock can do. He is holding off Bonsignor. They whiplash their way out of turn number 4. Rocco has a double threat behind him. Pennock to the inside, Bonsignor to the outside. Rocco has to hold him off for 2 more turns.
Down the back straightaway, Rocco still in command. Side by racing the battle for second. Bonsignor goes to the outside. Rocco guards the inside lane. There's Pennock at the line. It'll be Keith Rocco to take down the win. Justin Bonsignor to finish in 2nd. Rowan Pennock will finish on the podium in 3rd. Glenn Reen to
Eddie Spires in 17th. Jeff Morale finished 19th. And Sean Foster finishes 20th.
Adam Norton 21st. Michael Jervis 22nd. Anthony Ryan 23rd. And Tommy Membrino to finish in 24th. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we welcomed you to the show. It was the big show. There's still the Extra Mart Extra D modeling up. Kid Rock is back on top of his game, and he earned it every lap, being pressured by the best in the business. Bonsignor shakes the monkey off his back to finish in 2nd, and Rowan Pennock shows it's no fluke. He is here and looking for the title.
And you know, this is Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, and we talk a lot about Ronnie Rocco, the father of Keith. We have to give a salute maybe to Z Rocco. She has to be happy watching her son win in one of the most exciting SK races ever. Let's go to Napa Victory Lane.
Well, Keith Rocco, the kid, is out of his car, takes a sip of water to replenish some of the moisture that's lost. And Keith, what a draw that was for 40 laps.
Yeah, you know, this car was awesome tonight. This Troyer chassis Northeast race cars, Pettit horsepower under the hood. You know, it kept us up front all night. You know, tonight was an off night on our tire program, and man, this thing loves the old tires just as much as it loves the new ones. But I gotta thank everybody: Wheeler's Auto, Ladding Awnings, Mr. Rooter Plumbing, Vinny Beetle. I gotta thank Gunsmoke Stables, Steve Greer, Magnus Transmissions, and just my whole team. They're absolutely awesome. You know, put this new car together over the winter, and just can't say enough for my team.
Well, Keith, I want to say one thing. The competition in this division, the 1st through 10th position, anybody out there could have won. You did a great job holding them off. A lot of work to do as this year progresses.
Yeah, you know, this is a fierce. I always say it. This DSK modified division is the fiercest competition in the country due to Stafford Motor Speedway.
Now we'll go down to 2nd spot.
Okay, here we are. second position. Great run tonight for Justin Bonsignor, man. The 21 car was rocking. You and Keith, you guys put on a whale of a show out there, man. Congratulations on your runner-up run.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good run for us. We didn't start the season the way we really wanted to. A lot of new car bugs, but Art, Kenny, and everybody at Spafco Race Cars did a great job figuring everything out. And I think this is definitely a step in the right direction. I got to thank those guys. I get to just show up and drive this thing. They work on it all week. And got to thank TA Engines for the big horsepower. We definitely showed tonight what we can do. And just got to thank all the fans, Extra Mart, and Napa for everything they do for the Speedway. It was fun to race with Keith. I was kind of messing up and kept hooking him. Just not my timing's off on passing compared to a tour car. So it was a good race and something to build on for next week.
Well, you said the SK learning curve is over before this event. It's time to start driving. I think you did tonight.
Yeah, we had to pick up the aggressiveness. I haven't run weekly style in a few years, so it's definitely a little bit different to get used to. And this is something to build on for the next couple weeks, and we'll see what we can do.
There he is, folks. Justin Bonsignor, runner-up here in our SK modified main event. Let's talk to our third finisher, Rowan Pennick. Rowan, man, I'll tell you what, you were right there at the finish.
Yeah, we were there at the finish. Got caught up in a whole bunch of messes out there. Got in the wrong lanes just about every time, and we were up to 6th, back to, it had to be 10th. It felt like 15th, but the 99 car was awesome. I got to thank everyone on the 99 team, Hitchcock Pool Water, CD Race Chassis, Pettit Racing Engines. We were able to get back up there and fight for the win. Just, you know, Justin and Keith were running side by side there last 2 laps, and didn't want to move the risk wrecking them, so he came home third.
There he is, folks. Rowan makes the trip back to Pennsylvania a little bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
There he is. Third place finish for Rowan Pennick. Congratulations as we go back to the tower.
Well, congratulations.